everybody, it's Anya, the adult doll and toy collector. Welcome back to the Small Plastic World. This is video number 3 in my series about childhood toys. They were most likely holiday gifts. And this doll here is in category number 1 because this is actually my childhood doll. I still have her, and I'm so happy that I do. This is a Sasha doll, and I named her Sasha because when I was little, I didn't know anybody named Sasha, and I thought it was a really, really cool name. If you are not familiar with Sasha dolls, they were made by Sasha Morgenthaler. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Please do correct me if I am incorrect. She was a Swiss sculptor who created one-of-a-kind dolls. It takes a long time for one person to make one doll, and it makes the dolls a little more expensive than a doll produced in a factory in a larger quantity. So a German company, I believe it's pronounced Goetz. It's on the screen here, so please do correct my horrible pronunciation. They produced Sasha dolls for a little while, and then at some point, I want to say in the 1970s, Sasha dolls started to be made in England, in Trendon, in a factory there. And this doll is a Trendon Sasha doll. She's from sometime in the 70s. I was a smaller child. I don't recall exactly when I got her. It's kind of a funny story because you know how I'm always going on about how much I love dolls that have brown eyes and blonde hair. So when I was a child, the Sasha dolls had these catalogs that you could pick up at doll shops. These are dated, so this one is from 1975. Wonder what would happen if you called this number. Anyway, and it shows all the dolls that you could get. At this time, Sasha dolls were made in 2 sizes, so the child size, like my doll here, and then the babies, who are obviously much smaller, like a baby. And I actually have this baby. He will not be in this video, he'll be in a future video. But when I was small, in this catalog, if you look at this particular picture of this doll, the way her head is tilted, her eyes sort of look brown instead of blue. So when I was a child, I misunderstood this. I didn't realize it was just sort of a trick of the light or something like that. So I thought this doll might come with brown eyes. And it turns out, no, she doesn't. And that's pretty obvious. You can see right here, the doll has blue eyes. And in this other picture of her, the doll has blue eyes, but that's okay because as soon as I received this doll and I took her out of her box, it didn't matter to me. I loved her so much. At the time when I was young, I took her everywhere that I was allowed to bring her. Nowhere too exciting, but she got carried around to lots of local restaurants and maybe shops and things like that. But let's talk a little bit about the dolls. The designer, Sasha Morgenthaler, did not want the dolls to be super smiley. She wanted them to have kind of a neutral expression so that children could project their emotions onto the doll and play with them in an imaginative way. So that's why they have kind of a neutral expression on their faces. Their eyes and eyebrows and eyelashes and lips are painted. And I believe the eyes would be touched up by hand painting at the Trendon factory. Their hair is rooted. Sasha dolls are made out of hard vinyl. That was another factor for Sasha because she wanted children to be able to play with the dolls and not worry too much about having them break or be too fragile for play. They were made also to be balanced so that they can stand up on their own. They don't need a doll stand or anything to stand on. And inside they are strung with elastic cords so that they're posable, but they don't have a lot of articulation. Always sort of annoyed me as a small child. These dolls really only have 5 points of articulation, so their heads can rotate all around and go from side to side. And of course, their arms are articulated at the shoulder to come out and go back and forth. And then they bend at the hip to sit. They do not have any kind of knee joint and obviously no elbow joint. Their clothes were beautifully made. They're made of real fabric. This is a dark green fabric with a white print on it. And it's made in a really nice style with these short sleeves that have elastic. The pattern does go all the way around and the dress opens and closes with pieces of Velcro. And the dolls came wearing undergarments as well underneath whatever outfit they came in. And unfortunately, the elastic in her underpants or knickers has failed. For Sasha, I will have to get you some nice new undergarments. And the dolls all came with shoes and socks. I was too lazy to dig up the socks and the actual shoes, but this is just a different pair of shoes which does have a snap closure around the ankle. And while Sasha has her dress off, you can see that she has brown elastic cord stringing her head inside her torso and white elastic cord stringing her arms. Collectors actually use the color of the elastic cords to date the Sasha dolls from this period. The child Sasha size dolls, like this doll here, are about 16 inches or about 40 centimeters high. So they're a little bit shorter than an American Girl doll, but they're much, much slimmer in the body and everything. So they can't really fit American Girl clothing without alteration. But some of the American Girl accessories and furniture pieces are a good size for Sasha dolls, so you can definitely use them with these dolls. Speaking of clothes, I was very lucky in that once I had my Sasha doll, I received some of the outfits as gifts. I have all 4 of the outfits that you see here, but I figured we would show those in a future video where we can try on some clothes. We've been together a long time now, so probably I'm guessing this is what, 50 years? Because I think I received her in about 1975, which is kind of mind-boggling if you think about it. It certainly doesn't seem that long. I don't remember a lot of details because I have a terrible memory as it is. I do remember just being so happy to receive her as a gift and to have this doll, and I'm so happy that I still have this doll in my life after all this time. Now, I definitely want to hear from you. Please let me know down in the comments, do you have any Sasha dolls? Do you still have some toys and dolls from your childhood? Do you have a lot of memories around getting some of them? Did you carry around dolls and toys with you when you were little? Definitely comment and let me know. And thank you so much for joining me to take a look at a doll from holiday gift giving past. If you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you have, thank you very much. Thank you so much for watching, and Sasha and I will see you next time. Bye.